Starting today, Oscar winner The Artist is playing in more theaters across the country, and that includes theaters right here in West Michigan.
Our movie guy Aaron Lafferty is here to tell us where we can see the best feature film of 2011. And we heard it from Aaron. This has been your favorite movie of the year.
Yes.
You called it.
Yes.
It happened.
Yes.
You're awesome.
So when I saw this movie, I was the only one in the theater.
Really?
You were?
Yes.
Wow.
That's how much I wanted to see it.
Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened before?
No.
Wow. That's incredible.
I've been to a couple of screenings where there's like 3 of us, you know.
I think things are a lot
showing.
different.
Right.
They're going to be a lot different now.
Yes. So it won Best Picture, it won Best Actor, it won 5 Oscars overall. The production company, the Weinstein Company said, or the distributor, said we're going to double it in theaters this weekend. So after the Oscar win, it gets the Oscar bump, so it's in twice as many theaters across the country this weekend. Here locally, it's now at Rivertown.
Okay.
It's also at Celebration North, Benton Harbor, AMC Star Grand Rapids up on Alpine, the Carousel Theater, Celebration in Muskegon, and Rave City Place in Kalamazoo.
It's kind of odd, really, because it was such a beloved movie, obviously, by the Hollywood voters, but really didn't have widespread release. Why was that?
Well, it's more of a critics movie. You know, some other people have told me, you know, they liked it, but they didn't like it as well as some other movie that was nominated this year. You know, Moneyball was more of an audience-friendly movie.
Didn't win.
Didn't win. Drive wasn't even nominated. Ides of March was well received. But the thing about this movie is it's an ode to old Hollywood. For those of us that are old enough and saw some silent movies when we were younger, obviously not in the theaters, but like, you know, on cable or whatever. This is just, it's about that time. It's about the late 20s when Hollywood is moving from the silent pictures to what they call the talkies. And, you know, there were some holdouts, like Charlie Chaplin still did silent movies, but pretty much at this point it just ended. They stopped doing silent movies. So it's the difficulty of this actor deciding whether he's going to continue his career and have to start doing speaking parts or just be washed up. And
The Artist won big at the Oscars, but it's not the only one, and I know there are a lot of people out there who wait for the Oscars specifically to see what movies, because don't go to a lot of movies and you kind of want to see them. They're getting re-released. You know, what movies are we going to be able to see now?
So I've got a list for you of where you can see movies that won Oscars. I went through The Artist again. It's in more theaters this weekend. It added Rivertown this weekend. Hugo, which won 5 as well,
real big.
is at Woodland. It's at AMC Star, and it's at Rave City Place, and it's also now on DVD and Blu-ray. It came out on Tuesday.
Okay.
So if you aren't able to get out to theaters, you could at least watch it at home. And it's
I want to see that one.
Oscar and critic-wise, it was the second best movie of the year. I wouldn't say it was my second best movie of the year, but it's certainly a movie to see.
Okay.
If nothing else. The Iron Lady obviously heralded for the performance by Meryl Streep, right? She won, and Terry got that right.
One of the few that I did get right, I got The Artist.
That's been re-released, and that's at Celebration South, and in April it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay, and then of course you have some other movies. The Help, of course, was huge. I mean, it was, you know, a movie made on a super popular best-selling novel.
Right. It was one of the front runners leading up before we got, you know, the fall season. We got The Artist and movies like Hugo. That's at Celebration Woodland, and it's also on DVD and Blu-ray. You can watch it. You've been able to watch it for months now, but it's also at Celebration Woodland if you want to go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
The Descendants, it's at North. It's at a bunch of different theaters. Let me grab that real quick. The Descendants is at North, Rivertown, Carousel, AMC Star Grand Rapids. That one for screenplay, and that's out on DVD and Blu-ray in March. The Girl with Dragon Tattoo is at Woodland Mall. That's coming out in March on Blu-ray and DVD. The Muppets won Best Song. That comes out in March, or you can go see it at Woodland now. I really like that movie. It's one of my favorite family movies of the year.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those movies that all audiences can see. So if you want to see it in the theater, otherwise wait until March. And already on DVD, Rango, Beginners, Midnight in Paris, your Best Animated Feature, your Best Supporting Actor for Christopher Plummer, and Midnight in Paris won Best Screenplay for Woody Allen.
This is a good rundown for people who are wanting to play catch-up a little bit, but there's some people who have to see the movie that's new for the weekend, and we've got 2 to pick from this weekend.
Right. The Lorax, unless we want to do our Oscar picks.
Let's do the Oscar picks.
Okay,
I'm going to say I never do well at all on this, so I was dead last. I'm almost going to take that as a badge of honor.
You actually saw a few of the movies, though.
I saw one. I saw Moneyball, which I loved, and so my heart allowed me to.
And you want to see The Iron Lady.
I do really want to see that. Yeah, I love Meryl Streep.
So Rachel and I missed on Viola Davis. We missed on the Meryl Streep, which you got right. I guess I helped Meryl Streep because last year I picked against you guys when you guys picked Sandra Bullock, and I said Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
So this year I picked against her, and she won. So.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations. I think it's, obviously you guys are more in tune with the Hollywood people than I am. Yeah. Should be gunning for your job.
Yeah.
We do have yet to decide what we are going to have Terry do to reward our good picking.
Right.
So
maybe I'll buy you guys a book so you can read books instead of just watch movies all the time.
No, I'm thinking steak.
We'll figure it out.
Nice dinner.
Seafood.
I'll get him something. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let me.
Okay, so back to the movies that are going to be in the theaters this weekend.
Your number one movie this weekend, also your family movie this weekend, is The Lorax. Danny DeVito is the Lorax, the Dr. Seuss character. He's the protector of the forest. His forest has been cut down. It's the classic movie. It's got a lot of voices in there. You got Danny DeVito. I already said Zac Efron, Taylor Swift. Zac Efron and Taylor Swift are kind of the romantic part of this movie. Obviously not super romantic. It's a PG movie. Ed Helms is also in there as well.
Yeah, and it's Dr. Seuss's birthday actually, so this is a nice tie-in with that whole.
Yeah.
Lorax.
And then one other release, which couldn't be further away from the Lorax.
Rated R for crude and sexual content throughout nudity, drugs, drinking, pervasive language, reckless behavior, and mayhem, all involving teens. Project X.
Okay, definitely not one I'm going to take Jennifer to see.
The the director of The Hangover helped produce this. He also did Old School. So this is basically a party. Kids want to have a party while their parents are away. It gets out of control.
Yeah. Okay, and tell us about Touchback.
So Touchback trailer just hit the internet yesterday. The thing that you might not have heard is that it's going to start playing in theaters this weekend in front of several movies. If you want to go see them, like Ghost Rider, The Descendants, Safe House, This Means War, Act of Valor, The Vow, Gone, and Good Deeds. I have a list of all these on my blog.
Okay.
If you want to see it, just to see it on the big screen, the trailer.
Yeah.
You can watch one of those 8 movies, probably starting tomorrow, because they're getting the trailer at Celebration today.
Are you excited about this?
Yes. We got to go on the field and see Kurt Russell, and now it's going to see it on the big screen.
I think Aaron was kind of part of the whole deal. So, yeah, he's
a little.
Is your name in the credits?
I don't think so.
Okay, and your blog, woodtv.com, follow you on Facebook, Twitter, all that kind of good stuff.
You can watch the whole trailer through a link on my Facebook page, too.
Fantastic. We'll be right back.
All right, see ya.
Are you West?